Would you like to create a video much like this where you've got your PowerPoint on the screen, but you're also showing up too? Well, if you're a coach, executive life coach, who are the people that I work with personally, you want people to know who you are. So your voice is just not going to do it. So if you're wanting to share via YouTube or an online course or up on Vimeo on your website, today I'm going to show you how to combine your PowerPoint with your face, and that I'm going to do this on a Macintosh computer. So I'm actually going to do two videos. The first video, this one that you're on right now, is kind of the simplified version. So this is if your office is perfect and you're ready to go and you just you've got your PowerPoint, you've got your webcam built into your computer, and off to the races you go. But I have a second video, and I'm going to put a link to that one up in the corner here, and you can check that one out. What that one's going to do is really pull out all the stops, all the bells and whistles. If you want to use a teleprompter, you want to use an external webcam, and kind of why you'd want to do those things. So at the end of this video, I will have a link to that video where you can see kind of the more complicated setup that gives you a higher quality option. Okay, so I have created a PowerPoint, or actually this is technically Keynote presentation, and Keynote's the same thing as PowerPoint, just built by Apple instead of Microsoft. And I've gotten a template here from Envato Elements. If you're not familiar with Envato, they've got lots of great templates that you can purchase, or if you buy Elements, you get just a whole bunch. You buy into a whole library of different sounds and video and PowerPoint templates, things like that. So it's a great place to find professional quality templates. But let's get back here. I'm assuming that you already created your PowerPoint presentation, and it's time to give that presentation to your web camera and then put it all together so that you can share it on the internet. So I'm going to do that with a software called ScreenFlow. ScreenFlow is a great software. I'm going to have to hit escape to get over to ScreenFlow. Let me pull up ScreenFlow, and I'm going to say new recording. Okay, here we go. So ScreenFlow is a software that allows you to record your screen, your audio, your iPhone, your video. So it's really capable of doing so many things, and then it's a great editor too. And it's not that complex. So it's reasonable to use if you're just starting out. So let's go over here and I'll walk you through the screen now. So we're going to start out and choose the options that we want. So record desktop. Yes, we want to record the desktop because that's where the PowerPoint presentation is playing. If your iPhone is plugged in, you could record your iPhone. So I guess if you were doing a presentation on an iPhone, you could do that. Record video from. I'm going to select the camera that is built into my iMac here. And then I'm going to go down and say record the audio from the internal microphone inside my computer. And I can also choose to record computer audio. Say your PowerPoint presentation had video built in where you had some music playing, or you had some sound effects, things like that. You could record that too. Mine doesn't have that, so I'm going to leave that out. All right, so go ahead and click on the red record button down at the bottom, and it will confirm the things that you just set up and give you a nice countdown to 5. Then you'll head over to your PowerPoint presentation. I'll give a start here at the beginning and click play. And then get ready, get set up for your webcam, and take a deep breath, smile, and give your presentation. And just imagine yourself showing up in the upper right-hand corner at that time. So let me go ahead. I'm going to get ready with the mouse to proceed forward. So hi, I'm Brighton West, and this is a sample presentation where I show up in the upper right-hand corner. Here's my logo that you guys have already seen. It does animate there. And then we're moving forward into, this would be the third slide, I guess, in the series. Actually, this is the third slide. I added that extra one in there, but you can see the additional slides coming up on the screen, and this is me pretending to talk about these slides. And I'm just clicking along. If I were to, say, make a mistake here on slide 4, I can just, back up and just say like, oh wait, stop. Let me recenter myself. And then I can go on and say, Oh, and now we're on to slide 4. I could even back up and to the point where I do that transition and I come over and I say, oh, and now we're on to slide 4. And finally, we're on to slide 5 where I wrap up the presentation and then smile for the camera. Okay, then when you're done, you can get out of PowerPoint and head up here and you'll see in the toolbar a little camera with a dot in the middle, a circle in the middle. Go there and then click Stop Recording. So that is ScreenFlow. Now I'm going to give you a quick overview of ScreenFlow. I've got more in-depth videos out there too, but this window up here is the viewer. And on the bottom is the timeline. And you can see by pulling the playhead across, you can see in the viewer what was recorded at that moment in time. In the upper right, you have the inspector. So this is where you'll do any kind of editing to the, say I wanted to lighten up my video or change something. Those all happen up here. This is also the media library. So if I were to make multiple takes here, I could pull these down and just add them to the timeline. But by default, it adds the first things that you record directly to your timeline. So let's go through here. And what we're going to start with is just finding that spot where you had that nice big smile and you started your presentation. So here I'm talking to you, getting comfortable. Oh, there it is. I guess I didn't do such a great smile there at the beginning, but that's okay. I'm going to get to that point and I'm going to click on the bottom of the playhead, the little red button there, and then delete out everything before that. Then I can select these pieces and move them over. Then I can go on to the end and do the exact same thing. So I'll see, there's that spot. I've got a nice big smile on my face and it's paused for a little bit to make it easy to find it. Once again, push on the bottom of the playhead and then delete that out. So now this is the video exactly the way that you recorded it. And you'll see the two layers. So on the bottom is the PowerPoint presentation. Above that is the video of me. And this is just like Photoshop. It just works like it has layers. So if this layer is beneath this one, it doesn't show up anymore. Whatever's on top is going to show up. So let's see here. We're going to move this piece, highlight this piece, move it over, and we can change it around a little bit, make it a little bigger. And we can also head over here to the inspector, and I'm going to click on the video inspector, and we can change things like, oh, that scale is a little off, or maybe I want to rotate, or I want to crop a little bit off the edge, maybe make it a square instead. I want to round the corners maybe, or take off that drop shadow. So there's a number of things you can do here. Actually, this is a little dark, so I'm going to brighten it up a little bit. There we go. Perfect. And then I'm going to move it over into the corner again. Okay, so that's what the final video is going to look like, and you can just go through here and see how the presentation went. And I'm going to go to that spot where I made that mistake, and what you can see here is that the top has this this green line here. What the green is the audio. So whenever you speak, you get the green line. If you speak louder, the green line goes higher. But it's a great way to see the areas where you were speaking and where you stopped. So when I made a mistake on slide 4, I stopped. I took a moment, and I can see that here. I can see this is that spot where I stopped, taking that breath, and I'm about to come back. And I can go ahead and click this. Then I can go ahead and find the, where I made the mistake. I just come on here. The slide had just come on. So I'm going to go from slide 3 and then just go through here, highlight that section, hit delete, and move that over. So if you make any mistakes during your presentation, just feel free to stop, kind of back up, take a little bit of a break, and then keep going. And then when you're done, you can edit out the pieces that didn't go the way you wanted them to go. So you don't have to get this perfect all the way through from the beginning. If you make a mistake, you don't have to start over at the beginning. Just go ahead and do the edits here. So now that I've got this, and I can also kind of customize this. Let me see here. So after this point, let me just zoom in on the timeline down here a little bit. On this slide, that video of me is kind of in the way. So I will click on it and then right click and split it. and then head over to the point where the next video, the next slide comes on. This one's kind of in the way too, but we'll just do this anyway. Right click and split it, and then I can go over to the properties of this little portion where I don't want to see it, and I'm going to just turn down the opacity. You can have it be, somewhat opaque. Let's turn it down to 0. That way it's gone, but the clip is still there. It's not like I deleted it. It's not like I disabled it. You still want to be able to hear the audio, which is part of that clip. So once you've got everything set the way you like it, you go over to File and then Export, and just choose a name of a file. You can see here some settings. I'm not going to go deep into this, but my PowerPoint with me in the corner. And just hit return, and it will go through and process that. So with ScreenFlow, you've got 2 files. One is the actual ScreenFlow project file, and the second one is the video that's been exported out of the project file. So once the video has been exported, it's done. It's the way it is. But if you want to go back and make any changes, you go back to the project file, change things around, and export a new video. Once the video has been exported, then you can upload that to YouTube or Vimeo or Teachable or any platform, wherever you want it to go. You can send the video there once it's done. So I'm going to do a quick play here of the video once it's done. So you can see what it looks like. I'll just go through here quickly. You might not be able to hear me, but I can hear me now. And I can scoot through here. And you'll see this point at which the video disappears, like we had talked about. And everything is moving very smoothly on screen, just like you would give your regular PowerPoint presentation. And you're coming and going, maybe moving across the screen if you need to. Lots and lots of options here. ScreenFlow is great software. I've got a link below if you're interested in purchasing ScreenFlow, or also Envato Elements if you're looking for to improve your PowerPoint presentations. But if this was just the beginning, this is if your office is the perfect spot to record this presentation, but often it's not. So the next video that I've got in this series is about all the bells and whistles. So say that you're not able to remember your script and you want to get the words exactly right. So you should set up a teleprompter and put an external webcam in there, and maybe use a lavalier microphone clip-on or something like that. So there's a lot more options that can improve these videos, and I've got a video right up here that shows you how to do that. So if you're ready to go on to the more advanced options, go ahead and click up here, and I'll see you over in that video.